Liz from Heal at Home Pet Care, and today we are going to go over cleaning your pet's ears. So there are some really simple tricks and tips that you can use to make this easier for both of you. And if your pet is really not letting you do this, then use a lot of treats in the beginning and just go really slow. So maybe the first time you wouldn't start with actually cleaning them, but just getting near the ears and just being gentle. And then give some treats in between, and as you go along they'll get more acclimated to it. So Lavinia's been kind of shaking her ear a little bit and scratching at it, and the first thing I do when I see that is I take a look, and I don't see anything right on the outside of the ear canal. So I'm going to smell it, and it doesn't smell yeasty like there's bacteria in there, so she might just be starting to get a little bit of a waxy buildup in there, and we're going to take a look. You don't want to clean your pet's ears too often because the wax is actually serving a purpose. It's the body's way of providing a barrier so that if things do get into the ear, they stick to it and they can move their way out. So you don't want to remove that, but if you start to see a problem, you want to take care of it. So the first thing I do is just grab a little square of toilet paper, and what I do is I just go in with my index finger and just kind of, I don't go down far, maybe just like the first segment of your finger. And if they cry or make any indication that it's hurting them, don't go that far. So I'm just getting a little bit of dirt and wax. So that's right in the exterior of the ear canal. So I'm thinking there's not a huge problem. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and clean this. And to do that, I have a few things. So I've got a little bit of water in a cup. And what I do with that is I add a little bit of witch hazel to it. So I have about maybe 1.5 tablespoons, and I have some witch hazel, and I'm just going to add maybe like half a teaspoon, something like that. Just enough to get it in there. And what the witch hazel does, it's constricting, and it is anti-inflammatory, and it'll help clean the ear. Some people add a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, like a drop or two. I don't find that's necessary, really, especially since she's not having a problem. Then the other things I have are some cotton balls and some Q-tips, but you'll be careful with those. We'll go over that. So what we do is I take the cotton balls and I dip them in this solution, and I get it nice and wet. Okay, then I take that wet cotton ball and let's see, and I just put it at the entrance of the canal like this, and I just squeeze and it drips down on its own. And then I give a good little squish, and I can hear it squishing around inside, so I got it inside. And then I'll let her shake. Good. So it's good to do this outside so that you don't make a mess everywhere. Then I repeat that on the other side. So I do both ears at the same time and just squish them around. We'll do some squishing. So she's not crying or yelping. If your pet is crying or trying to get away, there might be more infection than you're seeing or smelling, and you might want to have a vet take a look at it with an otoscope. So I'll let them shake it out. Okay. Then the next thing I do is I take a dry cotton ball and I do the same process. I just kind of go on the outside and I just put the cotton ball on the exterior. You don't want to go down too far, but I'm just going to start to clean. I'm not seeing anything with that. So I'll do the other side. Okay, and that side just again had a little bit of wax, nothing crazy. So now I'm taking my Q-tip, and you don't want to go down too far, so you don't want to be shoving wax and debris down into the ear, but what you want to do, if this is the ear canal, is you want to take around the outside of the ear and just scoop up. You want to be scooping up, and you're not going down that far. The ear canal in pets actually goes down, and it has a little slight curve to it this way. So when you go down, you're not going to puncture the eardrum, but you do want to be cautious. So I'm not going to be going down too far with this. I'm only going to be going down a little bit just to get a little bit of any debris that's out there, and I'm just going along the edges of the inside of the ear canal. Okay, and that's where we finally got a little bit of dirt out. Doesn't smell yeasty. And that's probably why she's shaking, because she's starting to feel that buildup. So I'll just keep on using Q-tips until it's fairly clean. You don't have to get every piece out, but you just want to get a little bit of that out. Okay. So that alone might take care of the issue and she might stop. So I'm going to stop there with her. But if I saw that she really had a bad infection, or I know she's prone to infections, then what I would do is make up a little concoction of some olive oil with a clove of garlic soaked in it for a few hours or overnight. Sometimes you can put that in a spoon and put the oil in the spoon and the clove of garlic in and heat it up over a little flame and then let that cool off. And then you can use that. Garlic is antibacterial and anti-yeast. So that could be a really good natural way to clear a mild ear infection. And the way that you would put that in is you take your dropper, or you can take a cotton ball and do the same process where you soak a cotton ball in the oil, you put it in and just squish it and let it drip down. If you're going to do some kind of a dropper, then you just open the ear canal, put the dropper in towards the canal and squeeze, and again you're going to squish. And that will go down. The other home remedy that you can use is mullein flower oil. And the mullein is a plant that grows abundantly on roadsides and disturbed areas, and it's a plant that you can't miss. You see it all the time. It's gigantic, it's about 4 to 5 feet tall, and the flowers are on the long stalk at the top. They're yellow flowers, and you can just pick the flowers and put them in some oil and let them sit, but that takes about 6 weeks. So you can maybe purchase some mullein oil from someone who makes it from fresh flower, or you can make some ahead of time yourself and have it ready and available. But the garlic and oil works great. So I hope those tips help you and your pet have clean and healthy ears. Okay, we'll see you soon.